First, the starting defensive lineup for the Chaparral Wolverines.
It's Friday night, and it's game time here on the Raiders Sports Network. Your Regis Jesuit Raiders face off against Chaparral Wolverines. I'm Chalmers Powell. Alongside me in the booth, Hudson Ridley, Patrick Carlson, and Jack Fade on camera. Hudson, let's talk about tonight's contest. How do you think it's going to go?
Well, it's really a tale of the stats here so far. I mean, Regis off to a hot start, 5-0 this year, playing beautiful. Chaparral, though, not really. They only average a touchdown a game in their 5 games, and those 5 games, they're 0-5 in those games. They're coming off a 49-7 loss to Cherry Creek. They only have 299 rushing yards on the season. Very, very poor performance this year on the offensive side of the ball. And the defensive side hasn't been any better. I mean, blowout after blowout this year. They haven't looked so good. I'm sure they're looking to turn it around tonight against the top 3 opponent in Regis Jesuit.
Yeah, Regis Jesuit, ranked 3rd in the state, 5-0, went up against Horizon last week, which was primarily a running team, and they struggled with that in the first half, but they didn't perform as well as they expected to. However, in the second half, with a stern talking to, I'm sure they picked up the slack and took a 34-13 win. And for Chaparral, the ranked 91st or something like that in the state, 0-5. Like you said, Hudson, it's the tale of the stats so far. What are your keys to the game?
Well, definitely for Chaparral, you got to score. I mean, 5 touchdowns through 5 games is just absolutely unacceptable. And they haven't been rushing pretty much at all. Their leading rusher, running back number 1 on the senior senior Zach Lemon. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Zach. But yeah, he only is averaging 17.5 rush yards a game as a running back number 1. That's not good, so you got to get the pass game going here in this one, which is it's crucial, absolutely crucial. And another one, especially for Chaparral, on the defense's first possession, don't let up any points. They've struggled to put points on the board this year. Regis, a team that is very capable of putting points on the board, so expect to see not maybe per se a close game, but last week you never know. Last week the Raiders took on Horizon, which not a great team per se. They were 1-3 at the time. Regis really underestimated them. It was 14-13 at halftime. Not the result we were expecting at all.
Not at all.
Regis got their stuff together. 21-0 run at the end of the game really did it.
Yeah, that's for me. That's one of the keys of the game. Don't underestimate the opponent. And I spoke with a lot of players earlier this week, and they said that they're at halftime. They're starting to lose energy, but we don't see that up in the press box. Only on the field are they seeing that, which is interesting because at halftime, Regis is a second half team, and to lose energy at halftime for a second half team is interesting.
Yeah.
And also watch the penalties. Last week we had so many. I think it was 6 false starts, and that's just giving them 3 yards.
Yeah, that's really hurt the Regis offense and put them back towards halftime of the last game, trying to get some points on the board, put it a little bit out of Horizon's reach. Had a good shot, couple false start penalties, brought him back, and offensive line coach McPhee was really not happy about that one. And he's not too happy of a guy, so you definitely would not like to see him mad. That's definitely a key to the game. No penalties. You have to play with discipline. Quick strike touchdowns are really important as well in this one. Chaparral has done a bad job at stopping pretty much all offense this season. Kind of demoralize your opponent. If you get 2 touchdowns early on, that's asking them to score more touchdowns than they usually do in a game. So that, especially against this tough Raiders defense, definitely look for them to try to score early, but if they can't.
Yes, and now the captains are taking the field. Nico Markiel, Clay Nanke, Bryce Parsons, and Jackson Connolly. Bryce Sloan. What do you think defensively we have to do to stop Chaparral?
Definitely Matthew Bear. A lot of pressure. The Bear this year, as Sam Stern would say, taking your lunches. The Bear has been absolutely on fire this year. 8.5 sacks through 5 games. He's been an absolute force this year. Clay Nanke also as well. Dual threat, 6'6", really, really big guy coming out at the defensive end. He's also a very good, very, very good tight end. So look for him to play on both sides of the ball very well tonight. But especially keys to that defense. I mean, Bryce Sloan, interceptions this year, key for this. They also have Pyrese Miller back, great defensive back. So that will really provide a boost to this Regis defense.
Also, watch out for number 44, Brian Mottram, leading the team with total tackles, the 57 tackles this season alone, and is doing a great job as well as Kobe Harmillo. He's got 46 tackles, someone who's came out of the woods last game, as well as Andrew Kulik. The backup quarterback, came out on the defense, and I think he got a sack last game.
Yeah, as we mentioned last game, that's the best performance personally I've ever seen for a quarterback who never took one snap early on from the pocket. A sack, couple of QB pressures in that game. I mean, for a quarterback, he sure makes a good linebacker.
And the Raiders take the field. It's Friday night. Beautiful sunset at Lou Kellogg Stadium, where we're going to get this contest underway.
Big game for the Raiders here tonight, trying to push it to 6-0. That would be a great start. Division play is coming up for them. They seem to run the division soon. Oh, division play actually starts tonight. They've seemed to run the division here in recent years. They look to do the same. It would be a huge tone setter here tonight to come out with a victory.
Now, Hudson, I know I'm a little jumping the gun a little bit here, but what are your thoughts on state championship?
Well, I think the Raiders definitely have a good shot this year. They're third in the state right now, behind only Ralston Valley and Legend, who haven't been challenged a lot this year. Regis has faced 2 tough challenges in Pomona in their first game, and a couple games ago, the homecoming game for the Raiders. They played against Mullen. Both games, close games, but the Raiders pulled them out. We're at 5-0 right now. We have a great shot at the state championship. Not a lot standing in our way. A fairly easy schedule. So look for the Raiders to definitely make a run in the playoffs this year. Who knows? Maybe even a state championship.
For sure. And the Raiders take the field. Jordy De La Torre with the big leg for kickoff. Jordy De La Torre has a 52-yard average per kickoff, which is amazing for high school.
Yeah, an absolutely
former soccer player.
Exactly,
He's got a big leg.
Absolutely massive leg. During the Horizon game, we saw him warming up, taking 50-yard bombs for field goals.
Receiving his kickoff for Chaparral, number 2. Number 3, I think. No.
Appears to be number 8.
Number 8? Oh, man,
Josh
I need glasses.
Kovac, their star pretty much wide receiver.
Yeah, watch out for him. And the kickoff. That's a touchback for Jordy. Adds to his 20-something touchbacks per kickoff.
Yeah, definitely this game, especially on this drive, try to get it going early for Chaparral, as we mentioned. Look to target Josh Kovac. He has 40% of the touchdowns for the Chaparral team on the season, which is 2. But he does have 365 receiving yards, and he seems to be quarterback Connor Ruth, senior Connor Ruth, actually. It seems to be his favorite target.
And Chaparral takes, is this a re-kickoff? Re-kick?
There will be a re-kick here.
Re-kick, I wonder what that's for.
The ball was not ready, apparently.
something you don't see very often.
So this will be a re-kick by Jordi De La Torre, and we seem to see this sail as well. You're starting center, right?
And the kickoff for Jordi De La Torre. Let's see it. Oh. I wonder what the refs are doing here, Hudson. I think that's a delay of game on the referees.
Possibly. Interesting. I've never seen that happen before, but hopefully same result for the Raiders.
Huh. It's interesting. And the ball is finally ready. Jordi De La Torre with the kickoff to start tonight's contest. It's long, and that's a touchback. Like I said.
Another absolute boomer there by Jordi De La Torre. He's just absolutely on fire this year, having so many yards per kickoff. It's absolutely insane. It's mind-boggling, the leg that this kid has.
And now Chaparral takes the field for their first offensive drive. Number 7, Connor Ruth in shotgun. And that's going to be a false start. Oh, no? Yeah, that's a false start on the offense.
Early penalty early on for Chaparral. Not what you want to do, especially if you're not getting a lot of yards this year. Being backed up against this Raiders defense, who has a lot of sacks. Could we see Safety City coming here?
That's a possibility there. Look at number 17, the giant on the field. Number 44, number 4, as well as number 5. Those guys are, in my opinion, those are going to be the guys that are going to make the big stops tonight. Sacks, and like you said, possibly Safety City.
And we see Big Z, Xavier Carroll, subbing out there. Maybe a little bit of confusion on the field.
Number
that'll be
33.
Cooper I subbing back on.
And the snap in shotgun. Looks to number 8. Gonna tackled by a group of Raiders there.
Yeah,
that's
swarm tackle there by the Raiders. That's a theme all year. A lot of hustle to the ball by this Raiders team.
Like you said, Hudson, Josh Kovac has been a target for Ruth, as we can see. We'll see that tonight.
He's definitely their number 1 receiving option here on the season.
Watch out, he's on the far left. Ruth under center. Excuse me, in shotgun. Runs the ball. Clay Nakey gets pressure. That's going to be Zay Carroll with the sack, pushing the Wolverines back to the 5-yard line after a 10-yard penalty.
And Xavier Carroll, Big Z as we like to call him. Great pressure from Clay Nakey on there. On that design quarterback run, forced Connor Ruth all the way back, and he just did not see Carroll barreling down on him from behind, taking him down, and the Chaparral team is backed up even further. This will be a 3rd and 20.
This is that's something that's not going to work, not going to get past the Raider defense. It's the QB runs. Motion. Shotgun running it again. Misses a bunch of tackles. Then number 3, number 21 for Regis. David Doty and Precious Miller take him down.
Yeah, Pyrese Miller there and David Doty, both of them star running backs. David Doty definitely this Raiders' number 1 option at the running back spot. 416 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing on the season. Been an absolute monster here this year, and he shows why he is again.
I spoke with Nico Marchiol about David Doty, and he said that the fact that he has someone to the right or left of him that works just as hard as him makes the game just that much easier. And the punt receiving is number
That'll be number 7.
7. Ty McGuire. It's going to be kind of a bad kick. Goes out on the 38-yard line. Thank you, John Plumley, our sideline reporter for tonight.
Yeah, not what you'd like to see if you're Chaparral. You start off with bad field position and then a poorly kicked punt. Took a Chaparral bounce. Out of bounds, though, gives Raiders a pretty decent starting field position. All right. See the Raiders come back onto the field, led by sophomore quarterback Nico Marchio. He's been a force this year. 1,176 yards passing, 9 passing touchdowns, but also 6 rushing touchdowns.
Nico Marchio in shotgun. Receivers right. Looks to Jackson. Oh, David Doty. Oh! I don't know how that's not a flag. Took him down right with a face.
Surprise no call on a horse collar right there.
That's something we see a lot that David Doty gets tackled with.
But he's a strong, resilient kid. Pops back up on his feet.
Yeah. I think that's the only way they can tackle him. If you grab him by the chest, he's not gonna quit. He's gonna keep pushing, and we'll see that tonight through his hopefully amazing performance. Looks like some miscommunication on the line for the Raiders. Hopefully they get that sorted out. Nico Marchio in shotgun. Receiver split. Ty McGuire to David Doty. Runs it out wide. First down and more. Get pushed out at the 38-yard line. That's something we see. David Doty takes that ball wide. Not only does he have amazing talent and resilience, but he also knows how to play the game. He knows where to cut and when.
He sure does. He got to that outside that time. And the great thing about David Doty, he never gives up. He keeps those feet churning. He got to the sideline, and right as he got pushed out of bounds, he popped the kid pretty hard.
Again, Nico in shotgun. Looks right to number 7, Ty McGuire. He's going to get pummeled by Wolverine defenders, but that's for a first down and a little bit.
That's one of Nico Marchio's favorite targets. Jackson Connolly and Ty McGuire, 2 seniors with a lot of speed. Blazing speed, in fact. Look for them tonight.
Again, that's number 7, number 9, and number 34, Bryce Sloan. In shotgun. David Doty to his left. Ty and Jackson to his left as well. Looks to that's number 2.
Dangerous pass to Dallas Macias there. Nearly picked off. That would have been the 2nd interception this year. Just the 2nd, actually, for the Chaparral Wolverines. Not a great showing in terms of interceptions. Way below the national average, but they almost had another one there.
And that's for Nico Marchio as well. He has only 1 interception on the season so far.
9-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, a 117 QBR, playing out of his mind this year. Almost had number 2 there. Let's see if he can settle down a little bit.
Bryce Sloan to Nico's left. Look for him tonight. Stumbled. Almost gets sacked. It's going to be outside of the receiving ability of Bryce Sloan.
That is actually Jackson Connolly
sorry.
There. Nico took a little bit of pressure right there, had a little too much heat, just had to get rid of it.
That's something we see from the offensive line quite a bit, is a lack of protection. I think that's what Coach McPhee has been working on.
Yeah, Coach McPhee seems very worked up this year about this offensive line. They've allowed a little bit of penetration here this year, but they really, really lean on sophomore Grayson Stovall.
Padre, Father Ramirez, up in the booth tonight, asking for a shout out.
That'll be a delay of game right there on the Raiders. As we said, a key to the game, no penalties, play with discipline. We already have one there. Poor clock management by the Raiders. That'll push her back a little bit more. Now this will be a 3rd and 15. Look for them to go deep to Jackson Connolly. Bryce Sloan's got a lot of speed on the outside. They also have Ty McGuire out there, another one of those seniors with a lot of speed.
For sure. John Plumley, our sideline reporter, says this is going to be a blitz. Let's see. Nico Marchiol in shotgun.
Showing blitz, they do have blitz.
Looks to Ty McGuire with the reception. That's a first down.
Great play drawn up there by the Raiders. Using that speed, doing a little bit of an inside post right there. A lot of speed, blazing, in fact, from Ty McGuire. Gets the reception and the first down. Nico had plenty of time to get that ball off. Just a perfectly executed and well-called play by the Raiders.
For sure, and that's one of my keys to the game is execute, execute, execute. I spoke with Coach McPhee last game, and that's what he said was our biggest mistake, our biggest goal is to execute more better. Hands it off, or pitches it to number 9, Jackson Connolly.
Connolly's run out of bounds there for about a gain of 5 or 6. Another one of those senior speed guys, a track star, Jackson Connolly. Very, very fast. Has to be if he's a track star. And Nico Marchiol's favorite target through this year.
It's a crisp autumn night with a low fan base on both sides. That's one thing we talked about last game at Horizon up in North Stadium. Nico Marchiol in shotgun. Dallas Macias in motion. Looks to number 14.
That'll be 34. Bryce Sloan tossed out of bounds for a gain of a couple more. Little pressure there coming up the middle. Causes Nico to sidearm that almost as a baseball throw right there. A little sidearm. Patrick Mahomes impression, if you will. To Bryce Sloan. Bryce Sloan, good vision. Carries that for a couple yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and about
3 or 2, yeah.
Yeah.
That should be no problem. Hand it off to David Doty. He could get that.
I would expect they're stacking this left side of the line, excuse me.
In motion. Tom McGuire hands it off, or Nico Marchiol hands it off to David Doty. David Doty's going to get the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him there. Good spot there.
Moving the chains up. 1st and goal.
Yeah, great execution. As you mentioned, Coach McPhee would definitely really like that execution to be on point this opening drive. Set the tone, get the ball moving down the field, and they've done that so far. Great job here by the Raiders.
Nico in shotgun. Ty McGuire to his left. Excuse me, David Doty to his left. Ty and Jackson Connolly to his left. Receiving, hands it off to Doty. It's going to get pushed for a gain of 3 or 2.
And like we said, this David Doty kid is tough. He keeps his legs moving. Very, very important. This year, we lost a big key to our offense. Keon Martinez now plays at Idaho right now. But David Doty has really stepped up, filled that spot, and it almost feels like we don't even need it.
Three receivers left. David Doty to his right. Nico in shotgun. Looks to David Doty, pitches it. David Doty is going to get tackled at the 4th yard line.
Yeah, about the 4 right there. David Doty. Interesting play call, but if you got to keep feeding the hot hand right now. David Doty's doing good. Gaining positive yardage each time out there. Wouldn't be surprised he stays on the field here. Wouldn't be surprised if they go for it here. They add Clay Nanke onto the field, who's also a red zone threat. Maybe look for him in the end zone.
Yeah, that tall complexion, 6'6" beast of a tight end and defensive end.
He's is going to line up with the line, though. It appears to be a run to the left.
Fake, looks to Ty McGuire, touchdown, Regis Jesuit Raiders. That's going to add the score to 7-0 or 6-0. Like you said, Hudson, the Chaparral had to stop Regis' first drive. And I talked about this a lot last game, is once Regis gets momentum, you can't stop it. I mean, maybe at halftime, but that's when it even comes back.
Yeah, their second half team, as you mentioned. Great play call there as well. Running the ball a couple times with David Doty there, and then just faking it. That opens up the play action game. They're able to fake it. Here's Jordy De La Torre on for the extra point. And it is blocked! Oh, and some extracurriculars there as Jordy De La Torre is shoved afterwards. That extra point is blocked. That is the first extra point that has not gone through the uprights for the Raiders this season.
Wow, you don't see that quite often in high school football or football in general.
It'll be 6-0 right now for the Raiders. Kickoff again will be by Jordy De La Torre with that booming leg. You didn't get to see it there on the extra point. Blocked before they got through. Coach McPhee will not be happy with his offensive line right there. They've allowed pressure on Nico. 2 or 3 QB pressures tonight, and then they allowed that pressure to get through for Chaparral and block that extra point. Maybe some sure-ups here on the offensive line, possibly?
They've done quite a pretty good job so far. Unlike most games where Nico's under pressure a lot, they've blocked and did a good job there. Jordy De La Torre with the kickoff. Number 8. That's going to be kicked out.
Yeah, that'll be a kick out of bounds. That'll be a 15-yard penalty there on Regis. You don't see that often from Jordy De La Torre, a very sure-footed kicker. He'll put that ball out of the back of the end zone 99 times out of 100.
Chaparral is elected to take the ball 35-yard line, first down.
It'll be a first down from the 35-yard line here.
Connor Ruth takes the field, and number 19 saw him in warm-ups. He's doing a good job.
Jake Kilden. He's a senior wide receiver.
Watch out for Kovac wide. Ruth is going to run that for a gain of 3. Like I said, Hudson, Regis defense will read that like a book and tackle him right away. Gain of very little.
You know, coming into the game today, I wondered when I saw in the box score why their quarterback was their number 1 rusher. Well, it makes perfect sense here.
Yeah.
3 direct snaps to the quarterback for rush is very, very interesting. Maybe they haven't been leading as much on Zach Lemon, I believe it is, as much as they need to, because these quarterback runs aren't going anywhere.
Ruth in shotgun. Receiver split. Runs it again. Oh, he's going to get more than gain of little. And that's going to be a first down and more.
Now, the Raiders right here, what you'd like to see is them putting another middle linebacker in there, acting as a spy on the quarterback, tracking all of his movements. That's the 4th direct quarterback run. You need to know where he's going because you can't just let him run all over you, mark all those receivers. Maybe they may pull a little play action here. He may run up to the line and throw one over, just like the Raiders did on their last play action.
Again, Ruth in shotgun. Receiver split. Looks at Kovac. Kovac's going to get it. First down. Oh, no, just short.
Oh, I think they're going to give it to him there. Interesting spot, but that'll move the chains for the Wolverines, presumably. No.
Yes.
Yes, they're going to give him the first down there. Just had enough. Just got across that line.
Watch watch Connor Ruth. You can tell where he's going right away. He's in shotgun with both receivers wide. He's going to run it straight up the middle, get first down. It's going to be number 7, Ty McGuire with the takedown.
This has been the name of the game so far. They haven't really been able to move the ball through any of their games this season, but they're really doing it right now. Timeout here by the Raiders, I'm sure to shore up some defensive mishaps, some missed tackles, get a spy in there possibly for the quarterback just to watch and track his movements. Definitely probably right here one to switch to man coverage. We've only seen a couple of passes here tonight, so definitely want to switch to man coverage here.
That would be the smart play, and just like you said earlier, have a extra linebacker there with an eye on the quarterback. That would also be a smart play, I think.
We haven't seen a lot of pressure here from Matthew Bear up the middle. The quarterback has been getting whatever he wants, running straight up the middle. That defensive tackle presence of Matthew Bear, 8.5 sacks on the season. Look for him to be big. We haven't had to call his name tonight for a play. Hopefully we can call it here.
In shotgun. Both receivers right. Snap high. Looks to number 11. Almost picked off by Ty McGuire.
That would have been a pick and a touchdown from Ty McGuire, but it went off his hands. Sure-handed receiver. Probably wasn't expecting that one. A bit of an errant throw right there from Connor Ruth.
The intended receiver, Christian Manning, the sophomore running back. I wonder if he's related to Peyton.
Well, the way he's playing tonight, we haven't had to call his name, so most likely no. But
I think his kids are in elementary school. So
it's a small world if he has kids at all.
Receiver split in shotgun. Snap high, runs it straight up the middle. Gonna get pummeled. You could hear that hit from up here.
Saw a couple Raiders dive a little bit low there to try to maybe free the ball, loosening up this confidence for the senior quarterback Connor Ruth. He's just been seemingly unstoppable here tonight, just getting seemingly what he wants. No touchdowns yet, no insanely big runs, but they've been moving the chains here. This will be a 3rd down and 6 right here. Would not be surprised if they go back to the same play call they've been using this entire game.
Receiver split again. What do you think, Hudson? What's it going to be?
I think maybe a play action. Oh, wait.
Yep. Ooh, that's a great hit by number 23, Zay Carroll.
Yeah, that's his 2nd quarterback pressure of the night. He already has a sack. Big hit there, and Connor Ruth is limping off the field right here. Not what you would like to see. They have not seemed, based on the box scores, they haven't had any backup quarterback action this year. Only Kylan Wilson, a linebacker, is the only one who has thrown another pass.
And our sideline reporter, John Plumley, thinks they're going to go for it because they're in no man's land. And that would be a smart play. They have nothing to lose by going for it. We'll see. Receivers right.
Shotgun formation here. I assume
flag on the play.
That could be a
That's
delay
gonna
of
be
game. Delay of game, yep. It is. That's going to push them back. Now let's see. I doubt they're going to go for it here on 4th down. A bit of a stretch. They're keeping the offense out on the field right here. Let's see who they go to. Presumably, you have to pass it here. I mean, they have had a little bit of success in the run game, but nothing more than 5-6 yard carries. And right here,
this one's going to be a play action.
They need about 12. No play action here. No one in the backfield. But look outside for number 8. Oh. Broken
Colby
up there.
Harmillo.
Colby Harmillo. Great job.
Jesuit will take over 1st and 10.
It'll be a 1st down for the Raiders here. Nico Marchio leading the team back out onto the field. He's been sensational all season. Has a passing touchdown here already. That's 10 on the season. Only 1 interception.
A turnover puts the Raiders offense on the field with 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. Regis leads the Wolverines, the Chaparral Wolverines, 6-0. See if we can add that shot. Nico in shotgun looks to Ty McGuire.
That ball is batted at the line. That's going to be called incomplete there. Well, I figured they would try to push the tempo here, get some passes going, and that's exactly what they're doing. If you get another touchdown, that forces Chaparral to try to get more touchdowns than they usually average per game. They have 5 touchdowns in 5 games. Not a good look for Chaparral. If the Raiders can score a touchdown here, their second one of the first quarter, that would be absolutely huge. That would just diminish most hopes for these Chaparral Wolverines here.
For sure, especially with the defense that we've seen, stopping them in the red zone, doing a great job. Nico Marchiol in shotgun with David Doty to his left. 3 receivers, hands it off to David Doty. David Doty's going to push it through, going to get tackled for a gain of none.
Yeah, he had a second win effort there trying to get through the line. It's going to be 3rd down there.
Number 21, Zay Carroll, I believe, for the Raiders. Precious Miller.
Yeah, that's going to be Pyrese Miller right there, yes. And a big key to the game, Pyrese Miller is back tonight. He was not there for the last game or the previous game due to what appeared to be a shoulder injury. Great to have him back.
Nico in shotgun. Miller to his left. 3 receivers to his right. Pitches it to Miller. Get a gain of little, maybe 5 yards.
I think he's going to get about 4 there, and the Chaparral crowd is very happy about that. Forcing a Raiders fourth down. We didn't think we'd see that much tonight. Here comes the Raiders punt squad onto the field. Punter Eddie Maxfield has been great all year. Let's see if he can do it again. Try to pin these Wolverines back who haven't had the offense going here tonight. That would be big.
You know, Eddie's tried a couple of
fake punts,
punts
here on the season, yeah.
And he's really booting that ball quite a ways.
Josh Kovac is back here to return. Their star per se, wide receiver.
Penalty marker on the play.
Yeah, that may go against Regis right there. Yeah, that's going to be a false start on the Raiders there. That's going to bring them back 5 yards. Still punt here from Eddie Maxfield. Probably ruling out any chance of a fake. As you mentioned, they have had a couple of fake punts here from Eddie Maxfield here during the season. Josh Kovac still back there to return. Their star wide receiver has 2 touchdowns on the year, 365 yards receiving. Tall guy.
And Eddie with the punt. Good punt.
Great punt.
Just at the 30-yard line. That was a great punt. Josh Kovac caught that right as he kneeled down.
Chaparral's going to come out here at about the 30. That'll be their best starting field position all game. They were backed up due to a good kickoff.
So Chaparral takes the field with 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, let's see if they can get this offense going here. They haven't been able to get anything tonight. Connor Ruth looks like he's back out there. Looks like he's feeling good. A little shaken up by the hit by Xavier Carroll on that last drive. Looks like he's back.
Ruth in shotgun. He's going to run it. Look at Clay Nakey with the pressure.
Oh,
almost intercepted.
Just through the hands of Pyrese Miller. A great running back and DB. He's been great all year. Nearly came up with a pick there.
Great pressure by Clay Nakey, number 17. An absolute god on the line. He's got 5 or something sacks this game or this season.
He's been sensational all year. He has 2.5 sacks on the season. In terms of interceptions, Pyrese would have caught that. He's the team leader in interceptions this year with 2. That would have pushed his total to 3.
Receiver split. In shotgun. Looks to number 19. Oh, big hit by number 17, Ty McGuire.
Ball is caught there for the first down. By Jake Killand. He's a senior wide receiver. That's his second target tonight. Big body receiver right there, working just up against the smaller DB. Gets up, grabs the ball, but a big hit late on there.
And that's going to end the first quarter. With that, we're going to take a timeout here on the Raiders Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chalmers Powell.
I'm Hudson Ridley.
And we're back on the Raider Sports Network. Chaparral. I was going to say Chatfield there. Chaparral with the ball on the first or second quarter.
Looking for number 19 there. Killand right there. He is absolutely speared. And that has been consistent last 2 plays. Jake Killand there has gotten speared by these Regis DBs. Great job.
And number 17, Connor Ruth in shotgun. Run it. Oh, get pressured by loads of defenders. That's number 7 with tackle number 30.
Yeah, I think actually Colby Harmio came down with that. He was on him the entire time.
And that was Matthew Bear. That was the Bear who would take your lunch.
Yeah, like bread on butter right there. Taking your lunch, taking your breakfast. It's been a picnic day here for the Raiders defense per se. Great job nearly forcing interceptions. Getting a lot of pressure on Connor Ruth. Forcing him to do things he really does not want to do. Making the Chaparral offense very uncomfortable.
Look at number 22 on the top of your screen, Jacob Moses, the sophomore wide receiver. Haven't seen him this game. Looks to him. Almost intercepted by Ty McGuire.
That is the second interception chance from Ty McGuire tonight. He already has a touchdown catch, playing out of his mind here tonight.
For sure. That's a typical performance by Ty. And the seniors on this team, they perform well, and we're definitely going to miss them next year. But we'll stay in the present and watch this great team with state potential.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good senior wide receivers this year.
Ty McGuire going to receive his punt by number 18, or excuse me.
Appears to be number 38
30,
back there.
38,
Matt Jablinski, he's a sophomore kicker. I guess he also doubles as the punter.
Almost blocked there. Ty's going to get a good read on that. Going to run it up to, going to run it up to the 25, 24 yard line. That was a nice punt there.
After some good coverage by the Chaparral by the Chaparral kicking team, you'll be spotted at about the 25 yard line, and that's where the Raiders, will start this drive.
A huddle seen from the offense with head coach Danny Philman, something we don't see that very often of. But Nico Marchiol and his offense take the field. Jackson Connolly
all the way on the top of the screen. Dallas Macias in the slot, and on the near side, he's got Bryce Sloan outside. Communication here with his offensive line. Let's see if he can get the snap off.
Nico Marchiol in shotgun. Looks to Jackson Connolly. Excuse me. That's Clay Nanke with.
Clay Nanke lowers his pad, but he's lost the football. Not sure who's dove in on that one. Chaparral players say they have it. That will be one of the first turnovers they've forced this season, if true. Ref is still not decided.
Clay says it's still Regis ball, and that's going to be.
They're going to wave that.
Ball.
Second down here for the Raiders. Very scary. Yes, they're going to call it a second down.
It was a fumble. Clay recovered that.
Great to get on top of that. We've seen in the NFL, especially a lot of physical tight ends trying to do things they haven't before. Clay Nanke
is known for
big move right there. He's a physical guy. He's a big guy, but just got hit right back with that same amount of force.
He's known for
the ball,
recovering fumbles
he's been great.
He's known for recovering fumbles on the defensive end, but not his own. Nico in shotgun. Receivers split. He's going to run the ball. Looks to Dave Doty, I presume. It's going to be taken down for a first down.
This is a lot of what we've seen from the Raiders offense this year.
That's a flag.
Late flag there.
David Doty's in the face of the referees.
Not sure. Who
Not sure what that's for.
It appears to be on the Raiders there.
That's
holding.
Holding.
On the offense right there. Ref made 2 signals, a holding and a face mask. Unsure which one they're going to call. Still deciding here, but it is going to be against the Raiders. That's going to back them up here.
That looked like a late flag, too. David Doty, after he's gotten up from his tackle, the ref looked at him, threw the flag.
Holding, number 40. Dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Both penalties will be enforced.
They're going to enforce both penalties, a holding and an unnecessary roughness on the Raiders, and that is going to back them up very far. And a little bit of a hole right here. As we mentioned earlier, they've been running this option a lot. Nico Marchiol, even though he is a pro-style quarterback, he has been able. He's got some wheels. He can run, and he's also got David Doty on the outside. He's got great awareness, is what makes him great. His awareness is terrific. He's able to pitch it outside when he needs to. He's able to keep it when he needs to, and he really keeps those defenders just guessing.
And that's going to push with those 2 penalties, that's going to push the Raiders back to the 12th yard line. They're second and a lot.
Back to the 12-yard line.
Nico Marchiol
Look for some
in
deep
shotgun.
passes here. Outside, look for Jackson Connolly, maybe a couple slants.
Pressured. He's going to run it. Misses a tackle. Gets some momentum. He's going to get tackled at the original line of scrimmage.
Taken down there. That's good. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 9 right there for the Raiders. Great awareness by Nico Marchiol to get out of that pocket as it was collapsing. Some elusiveness there. Big gain there. It's going to be a 3rd and 9. Look for some passes here. They tried to pass, but that offensive line just letting up a little bit of pressure.
Look at Bryce Sloan, Jackson Connolly, Ty McGuire.
Bryce Sloan split out to the right. Jackson Connolly on the far left.
Nico looks to Bryce. He's going to catch it in midair with the first down. That's a big hit as well, but he handled that like a champ.
Great hit to the head. That's Raider toughness right there. The ability to get up. He caught that ball. Great job by Bryce Sloan. That's a first down for the Raiders. They're out of that big hole they caused themselves to be in, and they're rolling right now.
That's going to place the ball on the 49-yard line. Look for some runs by number 28, Pyrese Miller. Oh, that's number 30. Excuse me.
Yeah. And I did have an opportunity to interview Pyrese Miller about a week ago. He was dealing with that shoulder injury. He told me, though, he is back to 100%. He's just ready to be out there with his guys.
Timeout by Regis. Nico Marchiol and his offense after a timeout with some great momentum after that first down, caught by Bryce Sloan.
Big physical running back in the backfield. Xavier Carroll has been a beast all season. We saw a touchdown last game against Horizon from him.
Nico in shotgun looks for a pass.
Ooh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Running into his offensive line there is number 44, Brian Motram. He's the tackle leader, as he mentioned, on this team, Chalmers. He's playing very good this season. Just ran into his offensive line. Looked like Aiden O'Brien right there. It was his birthday the other day.
Happy birthday, AB. And Nico Marchiol in shotgun with Ty McGuire, Bryce Sloan. Ty McGuire in motion. Receivers looks for a run. Gets sacked. Big sack. That's going to push the Raiders back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big hit.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there. Not what you usually see from this Chaparral defense on the season. They've only forced a couple of sacks.
Looking at Coach McPhee right now, he's not pleased with that one.
Yeah, he seems irate there on the sidelines. Not what you'd like to see from your offensive line. Let's see if they can pick up a little steam here.
See if we can get another big pass by Nico Marchiol to Bryce Sloan, Ty McGuire.
They're going to need it here.
Jackson
Third
Connolly.
down and 21.
Nico, shotgun. Ty and Bryce to his left. To his right, excuse me. Hands it off to David Doty. David Doty gets some momentum. Go. First down and more. Going to get pushed out of bounds at the 20 or the 25-yard line.
Great
That's
run.
a great momentum maker and great run by David Doty.
Yeah, great speed, great awareness, knowing to get to that outside sideline, keeping those legs moving. Very, very shifty right there we saw on that play. Was able to get a lot of yards.
Like I said, not only is David Doty persistent and he's strong and he doesn't give up, but he has also great talent, but he never ever gives up, and he knows how to play the game. He has great situational awareness, and let's see if we can get another one from him. Nico Marchiol in shotgun with the receiver split. Hands it off to David Doty. David Doty's going to go outside, misses a tackle, and get a gain of about 3 or 4. Yeah. Another great run. These small runs are what gives Regis momentum. And
yeah, David Doty showing a lot of awareness again for the second play in a row, realizing that hole's not there, cutting it to the outside, putting in a lot of effort for that minuscule gain, but great play there. Let's see if they can keep the momentum rolling. They've handed it off to David Doty a couple of times. Maybe we could see a play action here.
Nico in shotgun. Looks right to Ty McGuire. Ty's going to catch that inbounds. That was a great catch.
Pass complete to McGuire.
That's going to move the chains up for a first down.
9 yard gain to play good for Raiders 13.
And that's going to put Regis first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, great catch there by Ty McGuire. Staying in bounds there. Great job.
Nico in shotgun with Bryce Sloan to his right. Jackson Connolly and Ty McGuire to his left. Oh, that's going to be deflected or blocked,
Batted
if
at
you
the
will.
line right there, yeah. This Chaparral team has been showing blitz all night. They've been stacking the box, trying to get Nico Marchiol uncomfortable. They only have a couple sacks on the season. They already have one here tonight. That game plan seems to be working the way they wanted, but just not to the degree they wanted. Regis Jesuit is still up 7-0 here.
Nico Marchiol in
6-0,
shotgun
excuse me.
again with Bryce Sloan to his right. And his favorite targets. He's going to run it pressured. Looks to David Doty. David Doty's going to get taken down with a big hit at the line of scrimmage.
Thank you so much. It's my first job doing full news. Thank you.
Marchiol's pitch to Doty.
We've seen them lean heavily tonight on David Doty. Some great run play tonight.
That's going to be an injury timeout for Chaparral. And with that, we're going to take a timeout here on the Raider Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. And we're back here on the Raiders Sports Network. I'm Chalmers Powell alongside
Hudson Ridley.
And Nico Markiel takes the offense with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half, or first half. Looks to Dallas Macias, but it's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete. It's going to put the Raiders at 4th and quite a bit.
Pass intended for Macias.
Actually, I think that'll be, yeah.
Makes it 4th and
It
12
appears that
for
the
the Raiders.
offense is
I
going
think
to
they're
be
gonna
staying on the field.
Go for it, yeah.
And it appears, yes, the offense is going to stay on the field here.
Nico Markiel in shotgun with two receivers to his right. Looks pressured. Looks to Jackson Connolly. Jackson Connolly's going to catch that.
Oh,
But it's
and
gonna
he's
be
going to be ruled
right.
incomplete, out of bounds right there. Good throw by Nico Markiel.
That was
just
a
little
great
bit out of
catch,
bounds.
too.
Yes, great catch there by the senior track star, Jackson Connolly. Just couldn't bring that down in bounds. On that 4th down, that's going to bring the Chaparral offense back here on the field. They haven't been able to get much going. Only a touchdown per game on the season. That's 5 touchdowns in 5 games, and they've lost all 5. Maybe they can get it going here.
And the defense, look at Clay Nanke. Looks to number 8, Kovac. Kovac's going to get taken down by Bryce Parsons, and a lot of Raiders there.
Yeah, this has been a run game that hasn't averaged a lot of yards, so they do lean heavily on the pass game here. This is their star wide receiver, Josh Kovac. 2 touchdowns on the season, 365 yards.
2 yards. 2nd and 8.
Like you said, Hudson, Josh Kovac is
19 yards.
is Connor Ruth's favorite target. But his favorite thing to do is run the ball, and he's going to get smothered again by Raider defenders for a gain of quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, they need to add some pressure here. They've just kind of been sitting back on their heels, letting the quarterback get right up the middle. As we mentioned, Ruth is their number one running option here on the season. But I do not believe that was Ruth there with the carry. That appears to be.
Pressured by. I think that was David Doty, that was Brian Mottram, and
just taken down there. Great job
Clay
by the
Nanke.
Raiders. Way to get some pressure on the quarterback there. Great job.
That's 4th down for Chaparral offense. And the special teams is going to come onto the field.
A quick 3 and out there. Forced by the Raiders defense here. Great play by them all night long. We've seen some great pressure, forcing some incomplete throws, near interceptions tonight. Just great job. Hopefully they can keep it up, keep getting pressure.
4th and 9 for the
Ty
Raiders.
McGuire receiving the ball. Chaparral had an extra player on the field, but got that taken care of quickly. Let's see what Ty can do here. Blocked by
Punt.
Dallas Macias. They're going to touch that. That's going to be the Raider offense is going to start on the 35-yard line, it appears. That's a great block by Dallas Macias, I believe.
Yes, that was a great block there, getting pressure on those outsides, getting through that line of the punting team. Way to block that punt. Great starting field position for the Raiders. Hopefully they can turn this into points and put this even more out of reach for this Chaparral offense.
Nico Markiel in shotgun. Ty McGuire and Jackson Connolly to his left. Bryce Sloan to his right. Let's see what he does here. David Doty in the slot. Fake handoff. Looks to 17, Clay Nanke.
Yeah, just beyond his reach there. He wanted a pass interference on that one. He's not going to get it there. Just a couple of white shirts around him there. A little beyond his reach, as we mentioned. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
like you said, Hudson, Clay plays both sides of the ball, and he does it quite well. Nico in shotgun, receiver split. Hands it off to David Doty. David Doty's going to take it wide. Cut. He's going to be taken down for a gain of
a few there.
Yeah.
David Doty, good awareness again. Realizes not where he wants it. Kind of cuts it to the outside. Great for a couple of yards. That'll bring up about a 3rd and 7 here. Look for a pass.
Dervin Taylor the third in for David Doty.
Yeah, Dervin's been great all season here. When they call on him, he's been doing a great job. Just a sophomore.
Timeout. Regis.
There's going to be a timeout for Regis. That's their 3rd timeout.
Yeah, now without any timeouts here, let's see what they can do. Now, Chalmers, if you're in this huddle, the coach during this timeout, what do you tell your team?
Honestly, I think it's important to score, but if we can keep the ball through the half and start with the ball in the second half, I think that's going to be the ideal position. Scoring that will also work.
Yeah.
Just get points on the board.
Yeah. If we score one more touchdown here, Chaparral's only had 5 touchdowns, as we mentioned, through 5 games. That would ask them to score one more than they usually do already. That would put this game nearly out of reach. A home crowd here for the Regis Jesuit Raiders doesn't make it any easier on Chaparral here. Let's see what they can do. Hopefully a touchdown here for the Raiders, 3rd and 7.
Nico in shotgun. Receiver split. Dervin Taylor to his right. Snap. Dervin Taylor's going to struggle to give protection. That's number 9, Jackson Connolly. Did he get the first down?
They're going to spot that, I believe, as a first down. It's a bit close to the line.
Down.
They are going to move the chains there. Great play called by the Raiders. Great execution by Regis. That is going to move the chains there.
Great slant play there by Jackson Connolly. Jackson Connolly, like you said, track star, gets speed and gets around the defenders faster than they usually would expect with a normal wide receiver. Nico Markiel in shotgun. Looks to, pressured. He's going to get sacked.
And that is Chaparral's 2nd sack of the game, something you don't see them doing often here this season. They already have 2. Their leader coming into the night only had 1.5 sacks on the season. This Regis offensive line is struggling a little bit here tonight. Let's see if they can pick it up.
Second and 15 for the Raiders.
Zay Carroll as running back next to Nico Markiel.
Yeah, he's a big physical back. Had a touchdown in the last game. Let's see what they can do here.
In shotgun. Looks to Jackson Connolly. Oh, that's Ty McGuire in the end zone. Caught!
That's Ty McGuire's. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Great catch by Ty McGuire on that rollout throw from Nico Markiel. Great throw.
Ty McGuire doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, he's been amazing all night. Almost 2
all
interceptions.
Season even.
He has 2 touchdowns. One of Nico Markiel's favorite targets here. Absolutely great job here on the night as Regis Jesuit now goes up 12-0. Let's see if this extra point can be kicked through by Jody De La Torre. He's got a massive leg. We didn't get to see it last time. He had that extra point blocked. Maybe he can possibly get it through here.
Oh, that's an extra point conversion.
It's a 2-point conversion thrown by appears to be Dallas Macias there. Interesting call.
That was an interesting play there.
Yeah, trying to get that 14-0, but now it is 12-0 here. We're going to see Jordi De La Torre kick this one off. Booming kicks all year long. Let's see if he can continue that hot streak.
The Raiders have missed both points after touchdown, and that's not something we usually see from a stellar offense.
Yeah, Raiders are really used to just getting points on the board here this season. As you mentioned, 2 missed PATs. They had that extra point blocked earlier in the game. They had a failed 2-point conversion there. It is 12-0 Raiders as we're ready for kickoff here.
Jordy De La Torre with a huge leg. Looks like a ham leg.
Yeah, he's a big guy with an even bigger leg.
With the kickoff, number 8 receiving. Number 8, the star running back for.
Josh Kovac, star wide receiver. Oh,
Gonna get stopped at the,
there.
20-ish yard line.
Couple bodies were flying, made it look like a fumble, but no, he did hold on to that ball. He's going to be stopped, as you mentioned, at about that 25-yard line. That's where the Chaparral offense will start here, an offense that has struggled all year without any points on the board. This game close to the second half here. Let's see if they can just get some points on the board. That would be the best case scenario here.
So
but if not, maybe get some momentum going their way.
So the Chaparral offense takes the ball with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Shotgun formation, looks to number 19.
Lofted throw, great play on the ball there by Dervin Taylor.
That could have been a passing interference, I think. But thankfully, refs didn't see that one.
Yeah, they're not going to call that one. A little bit of contact before. I don't think enough to call pass interference there. That's going to be 2nd down and 10 here for the Chaparral team.
Receiver split in shotgun formation. Connor Ruth looks to number 8, or number 24, I believe.
It's number 84 there on
84.
the catch. Very, very big body tight end. It scares me even from up here in the booth. He's got insane size. I walked past him on the sideline earlier today. It's Nick Miles. He's a senior. He dwarfed me, and I'm not used to getting that dwarfed.
Watch Kobe Hermillo there with the pressure. Great pressure. Almost sacked him.
Oh, that pass is going to fall incomplete right down the middle. This great pressure there from the outsides by Colby Armillo. He's just been a force all night long. Same with this entire Regis Jesuit defense, holding a shutout on the board here with only 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in this half. They're going to get the ball back here.
Ty McGuire receiving the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. Once again, Ty's been performing very well tonight. 2 touchdowns and plenty of yards receiving.
Back to punch for Chaparral.
Let's see if he gets a chance to run this down for a touchdown.
It's a better punt than they had last time right there.
Ty's going to get it at the 20 or 38-yard line or 32-yard line. He's going to get tackled at the 35.
34. Advance 2 yards. First and 10 Raiders on the wrong 36.
John's going to give a quick update, and then
John's going to give a quick update. Then I'm going to do the special Olympics game. You can just take a break. Okay. I kind of just want to try a little play-by-play.
All right, and the Raiders offense takes the field with only 2 minutes remaining in the half. Nico Marchiol in shotgun. Fake handoff to Dervin Taylor. Dallas Macias dodges tackles. He's going to get tackled for a loss of yards.
I think they're going to get him forward progress right there for a gain of about 1.
Dallas you're right.
The Oregon State baseball commit. It doesn't appear football is his #1 sport, but he is still great at it. He's a great slot receiver.
Nico, pressure. Gonna run into his own lineman. Gonna get gains for a gain of about 5.
Yeah, great job there.
That's
by
a great
Nico.
heads-up play.
Yeah, it sure is. Recognizing his awareness is one of the best things that he has. He's always great at recognizing those read option plays, but they're recognizing the pocket was collapsing. He got out and he got
Zay
big.
Carroll for David Doty. looks at number 9, Jackson Connolly. Jackson Connolly, 30-yard line, gets pushed out for first and more. That's a great play. That's a play we've seen all night by Jackson Connolly and Nico Markiel, the dynamic duo.
Yeah, we've seen that time and time again by Ty McGuire and Jackson Connolly, 2 star wide receivers with a lot of speed. Jackson Connolly there able to get to the sideline, just outrunning these weaker and slower Chaparral defenders, gets around the sideline and just blazes down it for a big gain out to the 30-yard line.
Nico.
First and 10 here for the Raiders with 1:07 left.
Nico in shotgun looks to pressured. He's going to run into his lineman again and then stumble and get tackled for a gain of something, of 5-6 yard gain.
About 6. Yeah, Nico Markiel, even though he is listed as a pro-style quarterback, does have that speed and awareness of a dual threat.
Looks to Jackson Connolly again. That's Ty McGuire for a quick snap offense now. 39 seconds on the clock. First and goal for the Raider offense. If we can get another touchdown before the start of the second, that'd be great. That's what Danny Philman wants to do.
That's going to be a timeout there for Chaparral. Maybe
that's going to be a strategic timeout as well.
Yeah, maybe not ready for the personnel that Regis was putting out there on the field. They tried to go quick. They don't have a timeout left. They got up to the line quickly, ready to snap the ball, and Chaparral wasn't ready for that. They're going to take a little time here and hopefully not dig themselves into a bigger hole here on the scoreboard for them. The Chaparral team holding on, looking not to go and have an 0-6 start this year. The Raiders looking for that 6-0 start. It's 12-0 right now. A great game by the Raiders here. Chaparral hasn't been able to get anything moving on the offense, and the defense hasn't looked really able to stop this Raiders defense. Only 12 points scored, offense. Only 12 points scored by this Raiders offense, which we aren't used to seeing with 0-5 teams because we haven't played one. But teams of this caliber, we're used to Regis putting up a couple more points than they have here tonight, but expect this to continue in the second half. As Chalmers mentioned earlier in the game, Regis is a second half team. We should see that maybe even coming out here a little stronger in the second half, possibly.
And the Raiders take the field after the timeout. Nico Markiel, we got an interview with him that our sideline reporter, John Plumley, will speak about during half. And let's see what the offense is going to do here. Nico Markiel in shotgun. Bryce Sloan to his right. Looks to Bryce. Oh, that's David Doty. Touchdown, Regis Jesuit Raiders.
Nico Markiel, his 11th passing touchdown on the season. Great play there, dumping it off to David Doty. David Doty being big and physical, getting his way into the end zone there for a Raiders touchdown. 18-0 right now. Regis Jesuit Raiders on top.
You know, Hudson, I'm not complaining about the touchdown, but I think they could have ran out the clock a little bit more there with maybe a couple more running plays. It was first and goal. I mean,
well, possibly not a need to. There hasn't been any points scored by this Chaparral offense with very little time left. Did you think they were really going to score?
That's fair. De La Torre with the PAT. Extra point is good.
That's the first PAT the Raiders have converted all night. A bit of a slow start when it comes to that. Of course, the blocked extra point earlier in the game and that 2-point conversion missed. But they get that point after attempt there.
That's
19-0. Regis Jesuit is on top. Jordy De La Torre back out for another kickoff to Chaparral, who has not yet scored a point.
David Doty doing a great job, as we were talking earlier. Jordy De La Torre with the kickoff. Let's see, number 8 receiving this kickoff. Most of De La Torre's kicks have been touchbacks, and that one's another one adding to his many touchback kickoffs. So the Wolverines will take the field with 31 seconds remaining in the first half.
Trying to get a little bit of a boost here from the offense, making it not so bad when they go in at halftime. We'll see what happens. Not a lot of time left here to score, and they don't really score much on this season, so we'll see what happens.
Ruth in shotgun. Receivers left. Hands it off. Dogpile there. Hands it off to number 24, I think. That's, or excuse me, 26, Zach Lehman.
Yeah, he's been there. Yeah, he's been their number one option here through the season. Even though he's their number one option, he is a senior. He is only averaging 17 and a half rushing yards a game as their number one running back option. This offense has struggled with rush yards.
And that's going to be the first half here at Lou Kellogg Stadium. Raiders winning 19-0. And here we're going to bring on John Plumley in a second for Nico Marchiol's interview. But Hudson, what do you think? How do you think the game's going so far?
The Raiders have played great so far. They have been able to get a little pressure on Connor Ruth, the senior quarterback for Chaparral, forcing him to make throws that he really does not want to make. And then let's talk about the offense. Ty McGuire has been on fire here tonight. He already has 2 receiving touchdowns. David Doty with a receiving touchdown. Nico Marchiol has played great.
Yeah, and for sure, look at Bryce Sloan as well with that amazing catch out on the line. And great performance. I think we've hit all the keys to our game. Execute. Don't underestimate the opponent. I think we're doing a good job of that. And
yeah, you're certainly right. We saw in the last game that that game against Horizon a little closer at halftime than we wanted it to be. It is not close at all at halftime here. Regis Jesuit running away with a 19-0 lead. Let's see if Chaparral can turn it around, but I don't think so.
And we're going to have a Special Olympics flag football team come on during the half. And I think John Plumley, our sideline reporter, has an interview with offensive line coach Bill McPhee, or Bob McPhee. We'll see there then.
Yes, stay tuned for this halftime show.
And here's John Plumley.
Hello, I'm John Plumley, your Raider Sports Network sideline reporter, here with your halftime update. The Raiders are leading 19-0 at half against the Chaparral Wolverines. When the Raiders offensive line coach, Coach McPhee, was asked what could they improve on, he said that they need to protect a little bit better and that they need to run the ball a bit more and just overall just improve on more and score more points. And they've had success passing the ball due to the 6-man box Chaparral has been running, but they've also had success when running the ball when Chaparral is on a 5-man box. So Coach McPhee overall said they just need to look for run the ball a bit more and just continue what they're doing.
Great, thanks,
and that is
John.
your halftime update on the Raider Sports Network.
Thanks, John. Thank you, and I think, Hudson, we're going to start up with the flag football team for Special Olympics.
Here tonight, it's a flag football game. I'll be on the call for that, so stay tuned. The teams appear to be warming up on the sidelines. This should be a great game, hopefully a better game than we've seen so far by Chaparral.
Great, and with that, we're going to take a quick timeout here on the Raider Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
What's up, Raiders? I'm Skylar Kane.
And I'm Caitlin Marshall.
This week we take a look into the results of the Jesuit Classic.
And we see Ravel with a new segment.
And it's all happening here, right now, on RJTV.
Skylar, do you want to become a soccer star?
More than anything else, I just wish I knew how to do it.
Well, lucky for you, we're kicking off the show with a glance at what it means to be a soccer star.
That's right, our reporters are catching up with Eli Hilt, Braden Murphy, and Nick Dermer out on the field.
Success. It takes hard work, but it's nothing new to the boys of the varsity soccer team, led by captains Nick Dermer, Braden Murphy, and Eli Hilt.
Some advice I give to soccer players would be always work hard and don't ever overestimate or underestimate an opponent. As a captain, I think I bring a certain focus that we need to get done what we need to get done, whether that's winning or just having a productive practice. I think I bring.
Welcome back for the halftime show, Regis Jesuit Special Olympics flag football game. I'm Hudson Ridley. We have a treat for you tonight, a special halftime show here. This should be a great game here. Excited to see. Regis Jesuit does have a Special Olympics club here, and they just do some great work. We have a basketball game, Special Olympics basketball game every year, which is always great. It's time for the Special Olympics halftime flag football game. The Robotics Club is on the field right now, firing T-shirts out there into the stands. Another great club that we provide here at Regis Jesuit. The Robotics Club just does a great job, a homemade T-shirt cannon right there.
Change graphic by just saying submit. It'll show lower third. So just when it starts, just hit submit on there. It'll change the graphic.
We're seeing some hype in the crowd right now. Everybody seems to be ready for this Special Olympics flag football game. I know I am. I hope you are too. Looks like we're ready to get this game underway. There we go. It's great to see some smiling faces out there on the field tonight. They're going to pass it. Oh, and a little miscommunication there. That is all right. Going to line up again. Again, this is another one of the things we provide here at Regis Jesuit, a Special Olympics club. It's great to have everybody out there. Great to have the fans showing support for this event. Going to run it here. Down the sideline. They get his flag right there. Looks like they're going to regroup here. The crowd providing a lot of support here tonight. That's what we love to see. This brotherhood at Regis Jesuit rallying around everybody here. It's going to be a pass, and that's going to be swatted down. Some aggressive defense there by the team in red. Ball is going to be snapped there. It's a handoff. He's going down the left sideline, and his flag is pulled right there. Great run right there. Great pickup for the team in white. Now, for anybody who is wondering on the setup of how the field is structured, we are not moving in the normal football field shape. We have some cones on the sideline, so they are going sideline to sideline with this one, just in case anybody was wondering about these outside runs here. And a throw, and that is caught for a touchdown. Great play there by the white team. Way to go, everybody. Here we go. The white team is back on offense. It's going to be thrown for the end zone. Another touchdown by this white team. Great, great job by everybody. That's what we love to see here. So much great energy, so many positive vibes there out on the field. A lot of fan support for this event.
Excellent job by number 30, quarterback Devin Terry, my kid.
Oh, you're Devin's father?
Yeah, you know Devin?
I am aware of him.
Well said. Are you a junior or a senior?
I'm a sophomore.
Oh, sophomore.
Yeah.
Oh, then you wouldn't know my other son. My other son graduated in 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bradley Terry. He
Bradley. That's pretty cool.
If you'd been here, you probably would have.
Yeah. Couple crowd shout-outs there wanted for the great quarterback work of Devin Terry. Red team on offense here now. It's a handoff, and the flags are pulled there. A lot of support, and it's in! Great job. A lot of smiles, a lot of cheers there. Everybody's happy. She goes to the sidelines for a celebration. What a great time cheered on there by the Rowdies and the crowd. Everybody is loving this here. Very, very great moment here tonight. The red team back on offense. They recover the snap. Here they go again. Red team now takes a snap. It's going to be pitched. Oh, he's cutting back. There he goes. Long run, and his flag is pulled just before the end zone. Great, great job there. Great run. Both teams moving the ball here. Great tonight for this one. Great job by everybody. Here the red team goes again. Oh, thrown to the end zone. Oh! Just falls incomplete. Great job, though. What a throw right there. Great job. Put it right on the money right there. Here we go. We're getting to see a little more offense from this red team here. We're going to go with another pass. Oh! Great throw there. Great job, everybody. Quarterback number 3 coming out there, supporting his wide receiver teammate there. Number 35, we've already seen him have a great run tonight. And here we go. We're going to see some offense here from the white team now. Looking deep. Throwing. Oh, just over his head. Great throw, nearly an Odell spectacular-like catch there. Great job. Gonna see the white team line up again here. And a little bit of a huddle now. Wondering what play they're gonna run. They set up their formation. Snap, handoff there. There he goes. And his flag is pulled right there. Run up the middle there. Great job. The white team is going to stay on the ball here. Keep the offense going. There you go. Great snap. Throws it deep. Oh! Was that one caught? Oh, great job by the quarterback there, putting the biscuit right in the basket. Here we go. We're going to see a snap from the white team here. Good throw there. They're going to run. Oh, and he gets his flag pulled there. Great tackle by number 22. And while we have this time, we'd like to mention the great start that our RJ Media crew has gotten off to this year. Jake Stewart, Sam Stern, here with our our Radio Sports Network crew, as well as Chalmers Powell, Patrick Carlson. Great job by everybody here. That is going to do it for the Special Olympics flag football game. Thank you for joining us for this halftime show, this very special halftime show, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders come back out onto the field. Great job from everybody on that Special Olympics team. And here come the Raiders back out onto the field here. Still at halftime, the Raiders have a 19-0 lead. Chaparral having nothing going on offense. The Raiders having everything going their way tonight. Now we are going to take a break for the rest of the halftime here tonight. For Hudson Ridley, Chalmers Powell, Patrick Carlson, and Jack Fade up on camera. We'll see you in a sec.
And we're back here on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Chalmers Powell alongside Hudson Ridley and Patrick Carlson, as well as Jack Fayton on camera. The Raiders winning 19-0 at the start of the second half. Hudson, what do you think we can do at the top of the second half that will change the outcome of the game?
Well, Chaparral did receive that first half kickoff. That means we received the second half kickoff. Definitely get some momentum on offense. We have 19 points, but against a Chaparral defense that has allowed a lot of points this year, 19 just doesn't feel like enough. Call me greedy, but we would definitely like to see some more points here tonight by this Raiders offense that has played great so far. Just maybe not all the opportunities that they would like. They have about split time of possession, but they are dominating in points.
And Keon Martinez and Priceless Miller, and Jackson Connolly take the field to receive this kickoff.
Yeah, both of them provide a lot of speed. Pyrese, a great defensive back, also plays some running back. When he's called on, he's great. And Jackson Connolly, what can we say about him that hasn't already been said? He's a speed demon. He's got wheels. He's great at getting down any sideline he wants to, and just with that blazing speed, beating defenders at will.
And the kickoff by number 38, I believe, for Chaparral. Matt Jablonski.
Yeah, Matt Jablinski doubles as a kicker and a punter for the Chaparral team.
And the kickoff is low. Prices Miller will take that, run it up, dodge some tackles, dodges another one, goes out wide.
Amazing return.
Cuts again, breaking ankles.
Miller. He's got some blocks.
To the 50, 45.
And he kept it rolling there. Pyrese Miller.
What a return.
That is what you love to see.
That's
to get some more momentum in the Raiders' favor coming in here in the second half. Pyrese Miller making cuts, dodging tackles, getting downfield, cutting back and forth, getting them all the way out to about the 41 right there of the Regis Jesuit Raiders side. That is exactly what you want to see. That is exactly what is going to give you the most momentum.
That's a play that you see out of the pros. Not even the pros. The Broncos, you don't see that often. Wow. Nico Marchiol in shotgun. Let's see what he can do here. Looks to Ty McGuire with the catch. for gains of around 40 yards, I believe.
That is going to be a massive gain. Ty McGuire has been on fire here tonight. Like we mentioned, nearly 2 interceptions. He didn't come up with either of them, but he has 2 touchdowns here on the night receiving. Great catch there. One of Nico Marchiol's favorite targets. The senior has been on fire all year long.
Let's see what happens now. Nico Marchiol shotguns, or receivers split. Under shotgun with David Doty to his right. Fake pitches, runs it for a first down. It's going to get put down at near the 17-yard line.
And Nico Marchiol, not just dangerous with his arm, as we mentioned, dangerous with his legs, leads this Regis Jesuit team in rushing touchdowns with 6 on the season from a quarterback, especially listed as a pro-style quarterback. He certainly has the speed threat of a dual style. He's great at reading that option right there. He can pitch it outside. He can keep it very well, too. Keeps those legs moving. Great play there by Nico.
And Dallas Macias in for number 17, Clay Nakey, the tight end. And Bryce Sloan, Ty McGuire, Dallas Macias, and Jackson Connolly on the line as wide receivers. David Doty to his right. He's going to pitch to David outside. He's going to run for first down and more.
Great play there by the Raiders. That's that read option that they love to run. Great awareness by Nico. They're pitching it outside for David Doty, gaining those yards, setting the Raiders up for a good field position. Excuse me.
Number 5 for the Regis, Matthew Baer, one of the stars on the defensive end, and he's in for Dallas Macias. See if he gets the ball here.
Great to see him on offense here.
Tom McGuire and Brett Sloan to his right. Nico in shotgun. David Doty to his right. Snap. He's going to run it for a touchdown. Regis Jesuit Raiders take another touchdown to further the lead against Chaparral. That's 25-0 with 10 minutes remaining in the second half, or in this third quarter. Oh, that's holding.
It's going to be called back on a holding call there on Regis Jesuit. That would have been Nico Marchiol's 7th rushing touchdown of the season.
Like I said earlier, in the pregame, we gotta eliminate these penalties from our game, and mistakes like that can cost us games against better teams like Mullen or Rawson Valley, Legend. They would capitalize on that mistake. Nico Marchiol in shotgun. Looks to number 2, Dallas Macias, but that's going to be deflected.
Yeah, it appeared that ball was batted at the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up a second down for the Raiders.
Brings up 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13. We've seen comebacks bigger than this. More yards to go, but with that amazing catch by Bryce Sloan, let's see if he can get the ball here on the outside.
Yeah,
or on
the Raiders
inside.
have shown that they're a red zone threat. Let's see what they can do here.
Nico Marchiol in shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Looks to Ty McGuire with the catch.
Great catch there, gaining some yards for Regis Jesuit. That puts them very, very close. Look for them to go to a physical back right now.
That's 3rd down and short. 3rd down and 2 yards to go. I say just give it to Doty.
Yeah, Doty, or
get some blockers.
As we mentioned all year, big running back Xavier Carroll. Would you like to see him get the carry here? It's going to be Doty in the backfield.
Matthew Baer and Clay Nakey, big defensive ends on the right side. You have to assume they're going to give it to Doty here. Yep. He's going to run it in for a touchdown. Regis Jesuit Raiders again. 2nd time's the charm. Extend their lead over Chaparral. 25-0 with 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, great run there by Doty. They pitched it outside right there that time. He's been on fire all night. That is his third rushing touchdown of the year, his second touchdown on the night. He had a receiving one earlier on a little dump out from Nico Marchiol. Here comes Jordy De La Torre for the extra point, booming leg.
We've missed 2 of 3 PATs, and that one's going to be good. 26-0 with 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Kick is good, making the score Regis Jesuit 26. Chaparral.
And Regis Jesuit has had their way here tonight with the Chaparral Wolverines. The Wolverines not been able to get anything going on offense. Only scored 1 touchdown in the last game, averaging about a touchdown a game. As we mentioned, all those games they have lost. They're 0-5 now on the season as Regis Jesuit leads this game 26-0 now.
And De La Torre is going to take another booming kick for a kickoff. And
yeah, we wouldn't be surprised if this one sails through the back of the end zone, just like many before it. Former soccer player, Jordy is. And he's turned out to be an amazing kicker as well. As we mentioned, that leg is insane, and you've seen it for yourself.
Number 7 and number 9 or number 8 is going to receive this one, and that's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, that's going to be good starting field position here for this Raiders defense to try to stop the Chaparral Wolverines. They've struggled on offense all night, have not been able to put any points on the board. Let's hope for their sake that they could get some points on the board, but it doesn't seem likely at this point.
They're going to start at the 20-yard line. Watch Clay Nakey, Matthew Baer, Colby Harmio in shotgun. He's going to pitch it to number 26. That's Matthew Baer. Takes him down.
Great tackle for loss. Great tackle for loss there by Matthew Baer. He has 8.5 sacks on the season. He proved there why he's a great rusher, getting into that backfield and getting that running back for a big, big loss for Chaparral. That's going to set up a 2nd and long here for this offense.
2nd and 18 for the Wolverines.
2nd and 12 to go.
Next break, we're going to do it, all right? All right, yeah. Chaparral's got 2nd 19. We'll do it next break.
In shotgun. He's going to look to number 19. And Ty McGuire's going to take him down at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be Jake Killen, the senior for Chaparral. That seems to be the 2nd favorite target of senior Connor Ruth, quarterback number 1 here for this offense.
3rd and 10 from their own 2.
This will bring up a 3rd and 10 now here for the Chaparral Wolverines. Haven't been able to get much going. May not be able to get much going on this drive either. We'll see what happens here.
Hands it off, straight up the middle. He's going to dogpile onto him, take him down for a gain of minimal.
Yeah, great stop there by the Raiders. Way to rally to the ball there.
And we have Sam Stern on the line here, and see if he has anything to say.
6-yard gain of the play. Makes it 4th and 4 for the Wolverines. Ball on their own 26.
Ruth in shotgun formation. Receiver split.
They're going to punt it here. It is a 4th and another block punt. That is the 2nd block punt here from the Raiders tonight. Great, great job. Going to set up amazing starting field position here for the Raiders.
I think that was Andrew Kulik. Oh no, that was Bryce Sloans with the block and Dallas Macias.
We have Sam Stern, our RJ Media correspondent here from Tijuana. Sam, would you like to say a couple words?
Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure to be on live. I'm here in Tijuana, Mexico. Just crossed the border for my first time this afternoon, and it's such an honor to be tuning in live from Tijuana. Such a beautiful evening here, beautiful weather, and what a perfect night to sit on top of a balcony next to the beach and watch some Regis football and talk about a football team that's just so good this year, 5-0. I mean, you got to be happy with what you're saying from our defense and offense. Martial, you hear me every broadcast talk about it. He's the third station. I think he's the best quarterback in the state of Colorado. He's amazing. So glad I get to tune in and watch you guys. I hope he keeps playing at this elite level and keeps it up until playoff time. And gosh, it's just such an honor. And I'll see everybody next week for Raider football as I'll be back on air. But enjoy tonight's broadcast. It's an honor to be able to listen from another country. And good luck tonight.
Well, thank you, Sam. Thank you very much. That is going to be a holding on the Regis offense. That is going to bring them back just a little bit.
That's a big penalty
play
there.
Yeah, that was a big play there by Pyrese Miller. Great job there. Some good blocks out front, but they're going to call him for a holding, and that's going to bring them back for a first and long here.
Nico Marchiol in shotgun with Bryce Sloan to his right. Parsons and, Ty McGuire and Jackson Connolly to his left. That's Pyrese Miller. That's Dervin Taylor with a handoff. He's going to get run up in the middle for a gain of minimal.
Yeah, the sophomore there, Dervin Taylor the third. He's been good when they've called on him this year. As we mentioned, just a sophomore. He's got some room to go, but so does everybody on this team. Great job there.
For Dervin, Zay Carroll's on the, for Pyrese Miller. Zay Carroll's in the game.
Was, I believe, Dervin Taylor with the carry. This is going to bring up a second and very long for the Raiders here after about no gain there.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nico looks at Jackson or Ty.
Yeah, they're split out to that left side here.
In shotgun. Looks to Bryce Sloan. Long. Touchdown, Regis Jesuit Raiders!
What a throw by Nico Marchiol, the sophomore sensation quarterback.
That's
great job there. That's Bryce Sloan on the catch.
Great job, Bryce Sloan. Underrated, I think. He catches the ball majority of the time he's passed to and does a great job. He performs well. One more touchdown until the mercy rule comes into play. Jordy De La Torre with the extra point attempt here. And that's good. Raiders, with 5 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the quarter, are up 33-0 here at Lou Kellogg Stadium.
Yeah, great job there by the Raiders on that drive. Just getting the ball in that end zone, getting some more points on the board, and putting this even farther out of reach for this Chaparral team. Jordy De La Torre has been working overtime tonight. Another kickoff here for Regis Jesuit, and he just has the leg to keep going and going and going all night long.
Again, Kovac receiving the kick. De La Torre ready to kick off here in the third quarter on a cool Friday night. And that one, that's gonna be a touchback. Again for De La Torre, that's adding to his list of touchback kicks.
Kick goes into the end zone. Chaparral takes over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
And Chaparral takes over at 1st and 10 at their 20.
See if they can get something going here on offense. They haven't yet. Regis Jesuit forcing a lot of 4 and outs here.
Drew Kulik on the field. Watch this pressure. Oh, he's going to run it. Clay Nakey gets him. Or gets a hand on him. That's number 13 with the takedown. No, maybe.
Wilson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, not a 13.
5-yard gain.
Misread that
2nd
one.
and 5 for the Wolverines.
Maybe 33. Cooper.
Yeah, great tackle there by Cooper.
A run again. It's going to get taken down by Zay Carroll.
Great job by this Raiders team swarming to the ball here. They have been able to get some decent yardage here with this quarterback run, but that seems to be their bread and butter, and it's not working here tonight against the Raiders. Would you, if you were the coach for this Chaparral team, would you like to switch it up or just stay with what you've been doing?
Of course, I would switch it up to pass plays. This isn't working. They haven't gained a lot of momentum, and we'll see. He's going to run it again for a gain of minimum. It works. That's first down, I believe.
Yeah, he's going to get the first down yardage there. That's going to move the chains. First down for Chaparral.
You have to give it to him. It does work. They get first downs, but they're just not converting on points. That's their problem. They might get first downs, but they're not getting downfield fast enough to get points and be in the chance for this game.
I would agree.
It's first down. Time to go. Ruth in shotgun. Receivers to his left, or excuse me, right. Looks at Kovac for a loss of yards.
Kovac is absolutely piled up there by Raider defenders after bouncing off that first tackle. He wasn't able to get out of the second tackle. Looked like 5 Raider jerseys there swarming him and taking him down for about no gain. 2-yard loss, actually, they're going to call that.
It's 2nd and 12. The Raiders lead Chaparral 33-0 with 4 minutes remaining. Ruth running it again. He's going to get pummeled by number 30, Zay Carroll. Zay Carroll read that one like a book. I wouldn't put it past him. He's a smart kid. He knows what's going on. I think anybody on the field knows what's going on. They keep running. The quarterback keeps running it. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I think they need to start looking at number 8.
If you're Chaparral here, do you allow your quarterback to take this many hits? I mean, he's been pummeled and pummeled all night. I mean, at some point, he can't keep this up for long.
Shotgun. Oh, that's number 5, Kylan Wilson. Am I blind? I think that was number 5.
Yes, that was number 5, Wilson. They are making a change here. Wilson, a sophomore linebacker, he was one of the only other players on this Chaparral team to get a pass. Excuse me, the only other player besides starting quarterback Connor Ruth to get a pass here. They seem to be using him as a dual threat linebacker and quarterback, and we see that from our own Andrew Kulik, who plays quarterback and linebacker, great at both positions.
Ty McGuire ready to receive this punt.
If at all, we have seen a lot of blocked punts here tonight.
Almost blocked there. Ty's going to get a good read on it. With a good block, he's got room to go. Gets back up after a tackle.
Oh,
ooh,
that's a late hit. That is going to be a
and
flag.
That's number 4, Colby Armillo throwing punches. Oh my goodness.
There's going to be a scrap there on the field. Not what you like to see there.
That's his best friend, apparently. Heard that from the parent section. Clay Nanke and Brian Mottram giving him a talking to.
Penalties at the end of the play.
That's funny coming from Clay. Clay is known to be aggressive on the field, not in a good way. Got quite a bit of personal fouls, personal penalties, personal fouls. Yeah.
Just really, really not what you'd like to see there. Hopefully the Raiders can just shake that off. They're very, very proud of their guys here. They're a big unit, the brotherhood, as they call it at Regis Jesuit. Just trying to stand up for his brother there. Maybe a little bit too far, but hopefully they can regroup here. Everybody makes some mistakes sometimes. That's how you rally back from it.
That was a bad late hit. He was already on the ground, and That was a bad hit, but that was not right for Colby Harmillo to start throwing punches. But like you said, Hudson, hopefully we can come back from this.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit testy here. Regis Jesuit at Chaparral, not necessarily a rivalry you would think, but provoked there by a late hit. The refs talking it over a lot here. Penalties on both teams here.
This is probably the longest referee conference I've ever seen in high school football, especially without a review mechanic in the game.
I would definitely agree. We did see that flag on the late hit, but we saw another flag there on Colby Armio just sticking up for his guy, maybe a little too far there. Be interesting to see they enforce both penalties. We're not sure. Could be tossed from the game. We're just waiting to hear from this conference of refs right now.
Almost the entire defensive ends group of guys are sitting down with Kobe. This is interesting.
Yeah,
this is not what I did not expect it in such a low tension game. Regis is up 33 or 37, 33 to 0.
And on that late hit there, you may have seen some tempers, flare by Chaparral, down 33-0. And the ref's hat is off here. That could mean a possible ejection from the game now that he has thrown his hat. We are not sure yet. We're sticking with you here to see what he does. I'm being told by Chalmers it would be the guy with the white hat, so possibly not.
I think he was just scratching his head.
Possibly, who knows? Maybe he didn't have a
play. There were multiple fouls.
After the play, multiple fouls.
They're still mulling it over as we speak.
Oh my goodness.
After they vaulted.
Illegal helmet contact, number 84 on the kicking.
That's going to be illegal helmet contact for the kicking team for Chaparral on Ty McGuire.
No, that'll be number 84 for Chaparral.
Receiving team with a punch. A personal foul carries disqualification.
And Kobe Harmillo is going to be disqualified from the game. That's a shame.
Last penalty is against kicking team. 15-yard personal foul. That's a foul, distance-wise, that will be assessed.
And this crowd still showing support for Colby Harmillo. A late hit there.
That's a shame.
From Chaparral's number 84, Nick Miles, the senior tight end. He's a big guy. That would have hurt. Crowd rallying around Colby Harmillo right now.
That's rough. The senior disqualified from a game. And he's playing great tonight as well.
He's a great player, sticking up for his guys.
Regis will take over.
Nothing really much you can say about that. He has been disqualified from the game. We won't see him, but because of this defensive presence, he and a bunch of the guys have put on tonight. 33-0 lead. Chaparral has not been able to move the ball. Who knows how much defense they're going to need here.
The whole team and bench and parent section consoling Colby. But again, punching another player during a course of a game is an unacceptable. So I see why, but it's a shame. Back to resume play. Nico Markiel with Dervin Taylor, Jackson Connolly, and Drew Kulik.
Here comes Cooper I onto the field. Great linebacker, just recovering from injury.
And the snap looks to number 11, Drew Kulik. Oh, but I think that's going to be a push-off offensive passing interference.
They may call that offensive pass interference. As you said, that is a quarterback-to-quarterback throw there. We'll see what they call it here.
I would be surprised if it was anything else than that. Offensive passing interference, because you could clearly see him push off. But what a great catch.
They are going to be walking this one back. It is going to be pass interference on the offense. A little bit of a push off there. Not sure if we up in here in the booth would qualify that, but they are going to say that that is, yes, offensive pass interference. That's going to bring that back.
And the parents now chanting, "We strongly disagree." That's funny. Haven't seen that one.
Not sure if I would strongly disagree, but I would slightly disagree with that call there.
Pass interference moves the ball back to the 41-yard.
That's going to move the ball back to the 41-yard line, making the Raiders go 41. It's 1st and 1 and 25.
Yeah, 1st and 25 here in a bit of a hole, but we've seen them get out of holes like this in the game before.
Let's see it. Nico Marchiol in shotgun with number 15. Hands it off to Dervin Taylor. Dervin Taylor's going to take some gains, get good blocks, and keep on moving up.
He is pushing that pile. Great job by Dervin Taylor. You could see him through flashes in that pile right there, keeping his legs moving, keeping this ground game going. Great job to regain some yards there.
Make it 2nd and 12 for the Raiders.
I think up 33-3 or 33-0. Regis put in their second line.
Yeah, one would assume, but they still do have Nico Marchiol out there
No,
on the field right now.
No big names. Bryce Parson as a wide receiver with Drew Kulik and Charlie Dubé. Eddie Maxfield just right of Nico. Oh, don't know what Eddie was doing there, but Nico's gonna run it for a 1st down and more.
Marchiol keeps the ball.
Great run there by Nico. He is one of these rushing leaders on the team for the Regis Jesuit Raiders. Even as the quarterback, he's shown that he has great awareness to get out of that pocket and start moving his legs.
1st and 10, Regis Jesuit from the Chaparral 32.
Zay Carroll in for Eddie Maxfield, as well as Michael Manugan on the field. Michael Manugan, our very own Raider Sports Network football player, decided to join varsity football senior year. Nico Marchiol in shotgun, hands it off to Zay Carroll. It's going to be a fumble. Zay looks like he's going to recover that.
Great job there by Zay Carroll recovering that fumble. A little bit of a missed pitch there, but great job coming back and getting that
Now, these are the mistakes that not only the personal fouls, but also the offensive passing interference, and now this fumble. These are mistakes that if we were up against a higher caliber team, they would be capitalizing on it.
Yeah, if we were playing a team with some solid offense here tonight, you would see a lot of capitalization on these missed opportunities, silly mistakes, penalties. People in the crowd right now are yelling for Michael Manugan. Raider Sports Network's very own Michael Manugan, that is. We are very proud of you up here in the booth, Michael.
And that's going to be the 3rd quarter. With this, we're going to take a quick timeout on the Raider Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in a second. And we're back here on the Raider Sports Network. I'm Chalmers Powell alongside Hudson Ridley, Patrick Carlson, and Jack Fate on camera. The Raiders lead Chaparral Wolverines 33-0 at the top of the fourth quarter. Nico Markiel in shotgun. Looks to number 30, Zay Carroll, I believe.
That'll be number 21.
21.
Pyrese Miller there in the carry. That's not going to go anywhere. That's going to bring up third and even longer here for the Raiders. And if this was a tightly contested game, that would really, really hurt them.
Miller, the ball carrier.
It's third down and 29 to go.
And it looks like Andrew Kulik is going to sub in there for Nico Markiol at the close to the start of this fourth quarter. Backup quarterback. He's also a very good wide receiver. We saw him earlier on that long catch that got called back for offensive pass interference.
Andrew Kulik, first time as quarterback in varsity game, I believe. Snap, drops back in the pocket, pressure, looks to number 30, Zay Carroll. He's going to be taken down for a loss of yards.
The Chaparral section here, trying to get a little bit of hype started. Maybe a good time to try to do it. Down 33-0. Let's see if they can rally them to make a comeback here, which would be pretty crazy. One of the crazier comebacks I would have seen in my life. Let's see if they can make this happen, I guess.
Number 25 as quarterback for Chaparral. That's
Maxfield back to punt.
Connor Dooley, also a linebacker.
Yeah, Dooley's
excuse me. I forgot that we needed to punt the ball. He's going to dodge some tackles, but Drew Kulik's going to stop him there.
Yeah, we saw Kulik throw that pass just a play earlier. Comes up, helps with that tackle there. A really all-around player.
The student section here at Regis Jesuit High School has dwindled to almost none. Small fraction of the bleachers being filled. I'm hearing more chants from the parent section than the students. And now number 5. Number 5, Keelan Wilson takes the field as Chaparral's quarterback. Receiver split. Pressure, looks at 8, Kovac. He's going to be taken down midair, but gets the first down. That tackle is going to be by 31 or 21.
Pass is complete to Kovac.
Yeah, that's 21. Pyrese Miller.
Pyrese
Miller.
Yes.
I don't know why I can't get it.
Well, you're getting a little closer every here and there. Again, deep pass there by Wilson. Not something we've seen a lot from this Chaparral offense. It appears that some people from the second unit are in here at Regis.
Wilson in shotgun. Timeout.
Chaparral.
Called by Chaparral.
Now, if you're in this huddle, Chalmers, what would you say to your players? Would you do, if you're down, would you give a more motivational speech or just say, hey, don't get hurt, maybe run a little clock? We know we probably won't make a comeback.
I say, as a coach, I would say pass the ball. I think it's that simple. I mean, look at that last play that got first down and more just off of one pass. That was a pretty simple play. If they started with those plays at the beginning of the game, this wouldn't be such a one-sided game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But they haven't yet. This is the backup quarterback still in Wilson. He had a great pass on that last play. He's a sophomore. Let's see if he can do it again.
Wilson in shotgun. Kovac and receiver split. High snap. He's going to get read like a book, but defense can't tackle him. He's wide open.
He's pushed out of bounds there by number 31, Ryan Martin, but that's a really big gain, and that's really going to hurt the Raiders there.
First down. A 26-yard gain.
That's a 26-yard gain, and Kovac and receiver number 19 wide, but he's going to hand off, get a lot of yards there. First down and more and finally brought down by defenders.
Yeah, they're going to run a read option there. Quarterback saw the pressure coming for that running back. He pulled the ball. He got to the outside. And Wilson looking a lot better than their previous quarterback that was playing tonight,
Connor Ruth.
He's been leading the team down the field. And I think this is the closest Chaparral has gotten to some points tonight. Let's see if they can capitalize here.
If anything, a field goal. It's first down. He's going to run it, but he's going to stumble and kind of give up there. Gain of none or little.
Caught behind the line.
Gain of 1.
1 yard loss in the play, 2nd and 11.
Oh, sorry. It's a loss of 1.
Let's see if they can try to get some offense going here. They've been working well on this drive so far. We saw a 1 yard loss there. But hopefully for them they can get a touchdown, just gain a little bit of momentum.
Wilson in shotgun. Receiver split. Looks to Novak. It's going to be a catch.
It's going to be caught about the 1 yard line right there.
See what they can do with a couple passes.
Pass is complete.
Wow.
This is definitely improving the stock here of their sophomore quarterback, Wilson.
Oh.
They're going to call pass interference on our very own Michael Manugan here, but it's not going to matter. That's a first down. We're still proud of you up here in the booth from our Raider Sports Network counterpart, Michael Manugan, down there on the field.
Complete pass to Chaparral, first and goal.
It's first and goal. Wilson under center. Ooh, that's a touch. Is that a touchdown? It is.
That is going to be a touchdown. That is the first here tonight for the Chaparral Wolverines. That is going to keep them on pace for a touchdown a game here this season.
You know, the Raiders have been playing sloppily this second half, I think. The offense has been doing well, but the defense, it's not as high as caliber as it usually is. Especially if you look at last game against Horizon, the defense really came out and stopped them in their tracks. And that extra point is good.
It's going to be still a 33-7 lead here for the Regis Jesuit Raiders as Chaparral gets ready to kick it off here. Now that you've scored a touchdown for Chaparral, do you think they're going to try to push the pace a little bit? Maybe make some of these non-starters on the Regis Jesuit side a little nervous? Try to make them make some mistakes and capitalize on those mistakes? Do you believe that they could try that?
Yeah, I think for Chaparral's point of view, I think now that we know that passing actually works and they removed from the running game, the Raiders' defense has been lacking, but the Raiders' offense has been pushing well, but the mistakes made, like the offensive personal or passing interference and the fumble there earlier, that was a mistake as well. So it will be interesting to see if they can come back and make it a within a point touchdown or a touchdown game, and the kickoff.
Make sure to let them know because they can definitely help with that.
Did you find that?
Yeah, we found this.
And that, it looks like that is going to be recovered by Chaparral, giving them great starting field position again. Man, the momentum is definitely in their favor right now. Very, very surprising. And we're going to see the defensive unit for the Raiders back out here on the field again. We didn't expect to see this. Let's see who their quarterback. They are going to have the sophomore Wilson out there that led them on their touchdown drive the last time. Let's see if he can do it again. You see Nico Marchiel warming up his arm on the sideline. Very interesting.
And shotgun. Looks for a pass. That's intercepted by Michael Manugan himself. He's going to run it down to the 34-yard line.
Raider Sports Network's very own Michael Manugan intercepting that pass and taking it back right when you thought all the momentum was with Chaparral. Michael Manugan with a great pick and a great run back there to set Regis up again. Wow, what a play.
What a play by Michael Manugan. One of his really only big plays as a varsity football player. But this one really makes a difference. And, wow. I mean, just got to feel good for him.
We're so proud of you up here in the booth again. Michael Manugan, huge play, swinging the momentum back in the Raiders' favor.
And Drew Kulik on the field with Michael Manugan on his receiver side, and it's going to be handed off to, it's going to be a gain of, or loss of yards.
Yeah, he's going to be swarmed there. Nothing going really for this Raiders offense here in the fourth quarter. 33-7 is still your score here at Lou Kellogg Stadium. We're in the fourth quarter now. About 7 minutes, 27 seconds left to go in this game.
Lost in the play, 2nd and 13 for the Raiders.
Now, Hudson, what do you think the coaches are going to do now? My opinion, throw it deep to Michael Manugan. He can get there. He can catch it for a touchdown. Wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Well, I'd love to see that, but I don't know if they're going to be that risky. Maybe run the ball, run some clock here.
In motion, Charlie Dubé fumbles the ball.
Oh, and Chaparral.
No, it's a forward pass, isn't it?
They're going to call that incomplete.
Yeah.
Now, it appeared that pitch was a little bit of a shovel pass. They're going to call it forward?
Forward pass.
Yeah, that was a forward pass, so it's incomplete.
And well, in high school sports, we are not as technologically up to date to have replay for these officials here. They're just going to say it by eye, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. That is going to bring up a third down for the Raiders. And the student section now celebrating that call.
Drew Kulik with Eddie Maxfield to his left. He's going to run it himself. He's running it. He's going to get hit hard for a gain of around 4 yards.
Yeah, I'd say actually more than that.
4.
That's
probably
that's
like
about
8 or 6 or 8 or
10-yard gain.
A 10-yard,
possibly a 10-yard gain there.
Yeah,
now Kulik showing his toughness right there. He does double as a linebacker there. Takes a big hit, but he gets up. That's Raider toughness right there.
Eddie Maxfield with the punt. A great punt. Prezis Miller takes him down where he's caught it.
Great job by Pyrese. Looks like that shoulder is feeling extra fine. As I mentioned, I was able to get a little interview with him. He said his shoulder is feeling great now. He's ready to be out there on the field with his guys. What a great read there and a great stop.
In shotgun formation, receivers to his left, hands it off. He's got wide open field, room to go, first down and more. Gonna get pushed out of bounds by Ryan Martin, number 31.
And that's going to be number 11.
And now we have Sam
Manick.
Stern on the line about Michael Manugian's interception. Sam, go ahead.
Up and down, literally, I can barely breathe right now. I've been waiting to say that for weeks, months. Michael Manugan making a play with that interception. Booyah, baby! Back to you.
Great,
Thanks,
thank you
Sam.
so much. That's going to be an incomplete pass there to their number 1 wide receiver, Josh Kovac. He's just going to drop that one right there. Not what you want to see from that Chaparral offense, even though right now you could say that it's garbage time. Definitely not what you want to see from your wide receiver number 1, just letting the ball slip right through his hands.
Wilson in shotgun, receiver split. He's going to hand it off again. That's going to be just short of a first down. A nice tackle there by swarm of Raider defenders.
And that is one of the bigger backs I've ever seen. That's Zach Lehman, or Lemon. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He is their number one back. He is a senior, but he is only averaging 17.5 rush yards per game.
Again, receivers split. Lehman to his left. High snap, looks at, pressured. Gonna get sacked by number 58.
Wilson tackled in the backfield.
Great job there.
Logan Hilliard.
Logan Hilliard there, the sophomore, getting in there for the sack. Great job. This sophomore class for Regis Jesuit, very talented.
Shows great potential.
It really does. Nico Marchio out there, the quarterback. We've seen great plays from Pyreese Miller and from Dervin Taylor III, and we just saw one there from Logan Hilliard.
Once again, receivers split. High snap. Get pressured again.
That is
33.
That is Cooper I there on the pressure. That's what we love to see. Just coming back from an injury, forcing that incomplete pass. A lot of QB pressure right there. Great job by Cooper. Cooper does have a twin brother on the offensive line, Spencer I. We've seen him out there a little bit as well. Great job by both brothers tonight.
Drew Kulik out on the field again, along with Michael Manugan and number 22, Mason. Is going to be handed off and gain of little. As I was saying, Mason Andrewzuka, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. He's a senior.
2nd and 8 for the Raiders. Ball at the Chaparral 46.
Regis Jesuit
Gain
here
of 2.
now, moving the ball with ease. They have Eddie Maxfield in the backfield right now. And splitting out wide into the slot is Michael Manugan. He already has an interception tonight, and he's been doing great on this Raider Sports Network crew as well. Go, Michael.
Hands it off to Drew Kulik. 10.
There's Eddie Maxfield.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Regis Jesuit High School. Eddie Maxfield with the touchdown.
That's what we love to see. Not just a great running back, but a great punter. Eddie Maxfield with the touchdown. What a double dual threat player Eddie Maxfield is. Great touchdown run there.
That's going to further the Raiders' lead 29-7 with Jordy De La Torre's humongous leg. We assume that this one's going to go in as well. You never know. They've blocked 2. We've missed 2 PATs, and here we are. That's good. It's 47-7 with 4 minutes remaining in the game. Wow, you got to feel good for both Michael Manugan and Eddie Maxfield. They've performed great tonight.
Yeah, especially in this fourth quarter. We saw that interception by Michael Manugan. And then we also saw that long touchdown run by Eddie Maxfield, who also doubles as the punter. What a dual threat, great player he is. Here comes Jordy De La Torre, as we already mentioned. He's been working overtime here tonight with so many kickoffs already under his belt. He's going to get another one. And now at some point, once you feel your leg's going to get a little tired.
Report to the press box, please. Napoli and Rasberger to the press box, please.
De La Torre with the kickoff. And that's Kovac with the reception. Gonna dodge a tackle there.
And that's going to be Dallas Macias there with the tackle.
That's a great field. That's great field position for the Raiders defense. 3 and out maybe. Get another touchdown to end this game early.
Well, I think this game has already been ended.
Kickoff has returned to the 20-yard line.
I've seen
First
crazy
and 10
comebacks in
Chaparral.
my lifetime. Never seen one as crazy as this would have to be. Hopefully the Raiders can still, though, buckle down here on defense, force some 3 and outs, and keep this clock rolling.
Wilson in shotgun, receiver split. Hands it off to 11. He's going to get some momentum, but a gain of none.
Yeah, he's going to be gang tackled there. Gain of about 1 right there.
1 yard gain in the play, 2nd and 9.
That's going to bring up a 2nd down here. A little bit of confusion with the marker. It does read 4th down.
There we
came
go.
over, and now he's going to switch it. It is going to be a 2nd down and 9 here for the Chaparral Wolverines offense.
In shotgun. High snap, hands it off again. Oh, he's going to get some gain. Just short of a 1st down. Maybe got it. Oh, yes, he did.
I think depending on the spot that he gave, just a little bit ahead of where he was, that's going to move the chains right there.
9 yard gain, good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 Chaparral from their own 30.
He's going to run it up, hand off to 11, run it up on the outside, but stopped for a gain of little.
1 yard gain in the play. 2nd and 9 from the 31.
It's going to make it another 2nd and 9 here on this drive. That's the 2nd and 9 here. They've been going to these run plays early on the drives thus far.
Michael Manugan in on the defense.
He's got
Defensive
coverage
tackle.
of the star receiver
Ooh.
here, Josh Kovac. Let's see how he does.
Snap. He's going to look at Kovac there. Interception again!
By Michael Manugan!
Oh, my goodness! He's going to get it. Oh, and he's going to get smacked to the ground. But that's an interception is an interception. That's 2 on the night.
Flags are
Oh,
down
my
on the
goodness.
play. Who knows, though? Michael Manugan, 2 interceptions on the night. Who would have guessed that he'd come out here with such a performance? Great job by Michael Manugan.
The team is ecstatic. The fans are ecstatic. What an amazing guy.
Block on the return team. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Retain possession, 1st down.
Regis is going to keep it for a 1st down there after the Michael Manugan interception.
At the end of the play, however, Regis retains possession.
Goodness gracious. That's amazing for Michael.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 from their own 42.
So proud of you up here in the booth, Michael. Another Raider Sports Network member.
Michael in the slot. Kulik, shotgun. Hands it off to Eddie again. Gain of 3 or 4.
Yeah, great job there by Maxfield, keeping his legs moving, getting some gains there. That's going to be a pickup of about 4, as you mentioned.
Maxfield, the ball carrier, 4 yard gain in the play.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6.
Kulik takes a knee. 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
That's his 2nd on the night.
Kulik.
They're going to take a knee here, it looks like. That appears like it's going to do it for the game here. Running out the clock. Only 30 seconds left on the clock.
What a great
play
game
by this Raiders defense as they come to the middle of the field. Great job by everybody on this Raiders team here tonight. This will be a 40-7 win for the Raiders as they improve to 6-0 on the season.
Hudson, what do you think? Who do you think the MVPs of the game are tonight?
Well, Nico Markiel, of course, David Doty, Ty McGuire with those 2 near interceptions and 2 touchdowns. But we cannot forget about Michael Manugan, the Raider Sports Network's very own, with 2 interceptions here on the night, making big plays here tonight. We are so proud of you up here in the booth, Michael.
Great job, Raiders. Raiders take it 40-7. On behalf of myself, Hudson Ridley, Patrick Carlson, Jack Fate, and all of the Raider Sports Network, thank you for tuning in. I'm Chalmers Powell. Have a great night.